Hi guys, so good afternoon, welcome back to my magical world. I am Frostbite, and if you're new here, I do I do my daily vlogs here, and I read for you, and I motivate you. So basically, that's the things that I am doing. So it's 1:22 in the afternoon, and I'm kind of busy. We're kind of like fixing things because I'll be transferring. Yeah, sure na to. So I'll be transferring from another location. And today is June 6, 2023. So I just have to say that. So let's start reading na later the Chika Minute if I have something to say. So we're on to page 79 and 80 of the book flow. So let's start. So um it is hard to imagine that weavers swallowed by the satanic mills at 5 years of age who work 70 hours a week or more until they drop dead from exhaustion. Ang init, guys. The weather is so hot. So could feel what they were getting out of life was what they wanted, regardless of the values and beliefs they shared. So to take another example, the culture of the Dobo Islander, as described by the anthropologist Rayo Fortune, is one that encouraged constant fear of sorcery, mistrust among even the closest relatives, and vindictive behavior. Actually guys, tumutulo na yung pawis ko. Ang init. Just going to the bathroom was a major problem because it involved stepping out into the bush where everybody expected to be attacked by bad magic. When alone among the trees, the Dubuans didn't seem to like these characteristics so pervasive in their everyday experience. So, but they were unaware of alternatives. They were caught in a web of beliefs and practices that had evolved through time, and that made it very difficult for them to experience psychic harmony. So many ethnographic accounts suggest that built-in psychic entropy is more common in preliterate cultures than the myth of the noble savage would suggest. So let's take a deep breath. So take a deep breath guys, because I'm sure you're not really doing it. Diba, yung hininga natin is like mababaw lang, like normally. So now is the time to take a deep breath. And let's continue. So the IK of Uganda, unable to cope with a deteriorating environment that no longer provides enough food for them to survive, have institutionalized selfishness beyond the wildest dreams of capitalism. The Yanomamo of Venezuela, like many other warrior tribes, worship violence more than our militaristic superpowers, and find nothing as enjoyable as a good bloody raid on a neighboring village. So laughing and smiling were almost unknown in the Nigerian tribe, beset by sorcery and intrigue that Laura Bohanao studied. So, saglit lang guys ha. Wait lang. Need some water. Wait lang. Okay, to continue. There is no evidence that any of these cultures chose to be selfish, violent, or fearful. Their behavior does not make them happier. On the contrary, it causes suffering. So such practices and beliefs which interfere with happiness are neither inevitable nor necessary. They evolve by chance as a result of random responses to accidental conditions, but once they become part of the norms and habits of culture, people assume that this is how things must be. They come to believe they have no other options. So fortunately, there are also many instances of cultures that either by luck or by foresight have succeeded in creating a context in which flow is relatively easy to achieve. So for instance, the pygmies of the Ituri forest, described by Colin Turnbull, live in harmony with one another and their environment, filling their lives with useful and challenging activities. So when they are not hunting or improving their villages or tell stories to each other, as in many so-called primitive cultures, every adult in the pygmy society is expected to be a bit of an actor, singer, artist, and historian as well as a skilled worker. Their culture would not be given a high rating in terms of material achievement, but in terms of providing optimal experiences. Their way of life seems to be extremely successful. So another good example of how a culture can build flow into its lifestyle is given by the Canadian ethnographer Richard Cool, describing one of the Indian tribes of British Columbia. So wait lang guys hindi ko na kayang init. Guys, if there are words or like tribes or something that you don't understand, try to Google it, okay? So it's your job to know what I am saying, and I'm just reading for you, syempre. So the Shuswap region was and is considered by the Indian people to be a rich place, rich in salmon and game, rich in below ground food resources such as tubers and roots, a plentiful land. In this region, the people would live in permanent village sites and exploit the environs for needed resources. They had elaborate technology for every effective using resources of the environment and perceived their lives as being good or rich. Yet the elders said that times the world become too predictable and the challenge begun to go out of life. Without challenge, life had no meaning. So basically, you were sent here to do some shit, to fulfill some jobs, and to know yourself better, like every day. So it's just a reminder that if there's really no life, if you don't really want to, what do you call this, some challenges, you can basically end your life. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding, don't take it seriously. So what I'm saying is just life and challenges are like a tandem, okay? Think of it that way. But you always have a choice because you are privileged and you have the gift of free will, diba? You have the gift of free will, so utilize your time and wisely. Time, money, I don't know, yeah, both of that. So the elders is in their wisdom would decide that the entire village should move. Those moves occurring every 25 to 30 years. The entire population would move to a different part of Shuswap land, and there they found challenge. So there were new streams to figure, new game trails to learn, new areas where the balsam root would be plentiful. Now life would regain its meaning and be worth living. Everyone would feel rejuvenated and healthy. Incidentally, it also allowed exploited resources in one area to recover after years of harvesting. So, yun na nga guys. Let's proceed. Ang init kasi, saglit lang. Okay, going back. So, an interesting parallel in the Great Shrine of Ise, I don't know, Ise, I don't know, south of Kyoto in Japan. The Ice Shrine was built about 1500 years ago on one of a pair of adjacent fields. Okay, so take me to Japan, so where I could travel there. I want to see this. Guys, you can just take me somewhere else. So every 20 years or so, it has been taken down from the field it has been standing on and rebuilt on the next one. By 1973, it had been re-erected for the 60th time. So during the 14th century, conflict between competing emperors temporarily interrupted the practice. Okay, so the strategy adopted by Shuswap and the monks of Ice resembles one that several statesmen have only dreamed about accomplishing. For example, both Thomas Jefferson and Chairman... Ingay ng friend ko. So Thomas Jefferson and Chairman Mao Zedong believed that each generation needed to make its own revolution for its members to stay actively involved in the political system, ruling their lives. So in reality, few cultures have ever attained so good a fit between psychological Hi guys, so nawala ako. Let's just continue. So I don't know if I like filmed it properly. Okay, so let us go back to where we end. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna check naman. Kasi one take lang lahat to. Cause, you know, my time is precious and so your time also. All that our time is precious, guys. So let's just read. So in reality, few cultures have ever attained so good a fit between the psychological needs of their people and the options available for their lives. So most fall short either by making survival uh, too strenuous a task, or by closing themselves off into rigid patterns that stifle the opportunities for action by each succeeding generation. We're done, guys. Okay, so um I'm just here to remind you, okay, to prioritize your pleasure. Okay, because life is damn too short. So, okay, so yun lang. That's a reminder for today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Wala na muna ng chika kasi basta guys, I'm kind of like busy. So, yun yung chika ko, and I'll be moving location, and then I'm gonna plan my shit na. So, I'm gonna focus on more on my career. Okay, so yun na guys, I will see you again. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for always finishing my videos. I do appreciate your presence here with me. You will be uplifted and motivated here in my channel. I guarantee you that. So sige na guys, thank you guys. Ano ba? Nasabi ko na yun. So bye na. Tama ba? Basta, alam nyo na yung end ko na sinasabi ah. I will see you again tomorrow. And have a wonderful day.